Chodan Soti Joknamba, Chanchu Pati Dati Japsuchi, Dati Chumji Besonamki, Drola Kenshir Sanji Guru.
Good morning, everybody. How are you too? How are you today? Is it good? Is it very good? Are you sure you just said? Sometimes in Tibetan, usually with a tragedy, is good like or happy, good things. Sometimes we use always that. And sometimes some family members, someone passed away, even they come here, they will say, Tashidele. Then, we harbor this. It's a harbor, right? Always say that. And also, you say, how are you? Everybody say, yes, good. Sometimes it is harbor. But it's good. If we are not good, we say, I'm not good, but it doesn't fix. Right? Then we just say, oh, good. Anyway, it's good, Nice weather. Everybody healthy. All peace. Everybody has car. Except me. I want bicycle, also I want.
You need a license.
Yeah. Anyway, this is some sort of happy, You have nothing really unchanged desire or some sort of, Sometimes up, sometimes down. It's nature. You say, it's good, yeah, it's good. Nothing terrible has happened. Also, of course, everybody not all the time same, right? But we Buddhism belong to karma. Then we have something to say, that is karma. Then, even Tibetan people that doesn't study, they doesn't know much, in the lay people doesn't know much, Buddhism, they don't know much. But even that good things happen, bad things happen, good situation, bad situation, they bring karma. Then I think they're more relaxed. Even you can see that the Pola, Amara come to here, there's a conversation, they talk. One part, they don't speak any single English. They stay here, but they don't know what they're talking about. Single English. Also, they're not very, comfortable or very, nice village, They don't have, usually they used all the time, a lot of people come talk together, eat together, they, blah, But here they also just lonely. The kids go to walk, then they just stay home. But they look at them, they're not that sad, they're happy. They say, oh, I'm lonely here, this is my karma. Then they blame the karma. Do you see the Pala? The Pala is coming all the time. He's 84 or 83 years old. even you can check that he eat food, terrible food. You guys never eat in his whole life. He was in Nepal, very poor family. Even he come here, he eats more leftover foods. Very hard life, but he's very happy. He's very healthy. You see? His walk, his feet very
Light.
very light, he's very light. I think this is maybe difference who believe the karma or not believe the karma. Who believe the karma, if everything we say believe the karma, then that kind of person may be more happy. If people doesn't believe the karma, then something unwanted, unwanted happens. Then this, why is this for me? It's too much for me. This is, I think people doesn't believe the karma, also doesn't think about very, even they believe the karma, they doesn't think very deep about karma. You can see, I always mention this. In Western nursing home, and we can go to Tibetan nursing home. I think the Tibetan nursing home is much peaceful. I'm not saying Tibetan is good, but because they believe the karma, they believe karma. This is my life, this is my karma. Whatever they, Even, you go to Western, there, then, you lost everybody willing to die. They, when they're getting old, difficult situation, if they are kids also, the bad. If not very good kid, then they don't want to come. If maybe family is very rich, then kids come to you can, right? It's true that. They not think about their parents, they think about their possessions. They doesn't love their parents, but they love their possession. Yes, they will come. Therefore, they can't, all parents very sad. Sometimes, if you have chance to talk to them, they say, they have a lot of problems. They say, oh, my kid doesn't come talk to me. They doesn't come talk to me. They doesn't do it for me. They doesn't do it. I do everything for them, But one side is their parents, or their karma also. On one side, one hand, their kids. I don't know how you say Tibetan also. I'm thinking, I don't know how you say. Polar knowledge. Depends kids. Yeah, depends kids. But anyway, if we everybody believe the karma, I think this makes for us for live more easy. You think? Because we can believe karma. Now, what the karma is? Then we believe. If you think that, then who did the karma? Oh, then we just born us. Oh, I did the karma, then I got the result. That is very practical for mind training, mind training. It's very good mind training. Then you have not blamed no one. Then you have to carry the out of your shoulder, then just run what's happened. Anyway, I think karma is very good for us to relationship our life. Then also,
And also they're saying that whatever you did in the past, you can look at your body now. Whatever you're going to be in the future, you can look at your mind now.
I think this makes sense. Also, the car, the Numa Kachana, Numa Leyapo is Sani, and Revata Leyapo Toparis. That is Semgi, the Kunu Kutudo, Semgi, Jutulateni, Lake Country Sopalateni, and Revo Mohammed Operation, and this quite was.
So, that makes sense, right? Whatever we have now is the result of the karma that we created in the past. So, if we have a good body now, then that means we have created good karma in the past. If we have a bad body, that means we have created bad karma in the past. And so whatever is going to happen in the future depends on what kind of thought, motivation you have, and followed by that what kind of action you engage in. And so whatever is going to happen in the future, you can look at your mind now, how you think about it. So if you don't believe in the cause of the causality, like the law of cause and effect, then the law of the karma will not work if you don't believe in causalities.
looking at the
So the law of causality you can understand just by logics and just by using logical reasons. You don't have to have a scriptural support in us to say, yeah, this is like this and this is like that. So right now here, all of us don't look alike at all, right? None of us look alike at all.
Right? Not look size, not look shape, not looking color, of course not look inside all the different. We don't want anything. We just very much one of those.
Just that we're all same being human beings.
But we have different. Some has gray hair, some has yellow hair, some has blue hair, blue eyes, some has black eye, different. Then why does happen? You say, how can come this? This is we say, that
So that's because whatever kind of karma or cause we have created, that's the kind of the result we're going to experience.
Right? I think I'm the shortest person maybe this room. I think that she's and Sarah, the mouth called me short guy. Tibetan Kurukulla. Kulla means I think Kamadala. Kulla means short guy. And this is also my karma. No one, my parents doesn't make me short. Even my parents have, usually have 10 kids, but not 6 left. But we are not 7. I'm the shortest. Therefore, this is my karma. I'm not a good generosity, maybe not a big passion in life. Therefore, karma is very, very
It's inconceivable. So the details about the karma is only known by the Buddha, known as.
Okay. I have water, you don't have water, this is also karma. I don't know, this. I think not all the things are karma. Maybe water go down, this is maybe not karma, this is nature. Fire go up, this is nature, this is not karma, I don't know. But usually, our life, so
I don't think we call that karma, right? If you sow a seed, the seed will grow. Is that a karma, or would you say it's the nature? It's the nature of the seed to grow.
다 텐지가 레버디 깨네 사야 요가디 나도 배제 당해야 돼 나도 쉰되게 해야 돼 사셔가디.
And so, having it ready for us to consume it, is our karma, right?
다 센지 가래 센지 쉰되게 해 먹고 싸네 사우지 마담나 다 이야기는 가서 사죠 가서 토토에 요가디 다 쉰되게 해야 되지 이 말이죠.
So it's the common karma, general karma of all sentient beings, to be able to have the result or the crop after you have sowed the seed, being able to consume or experience the crops. That is the general karma of all sentient beings.
어떤데 봐야 지금 간지 만소다 삼삼 기호 삼삼 강이 한국 간다 연구를 해서 디카바야 내려고 상담나 아니 수수시하냐 그 시대 뭐 강이 유명한 거에서 해서.
So anyway, we do feel different feelings at different times. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're unhappy. At those times, if we can think of karma and say, "Oh, this is because of my karma," then we'll be more happy.
Usually everybody say karma. It doesn't think real details. 다 레드 거는 뭐 내게 거야 붙여와야나 아니 그게 뭐고 돈을 제대로 그랬어.
So if we can understand the karma really well, then we'll be able to tolerate many of the problems.
We say karma that it doesn't think real karma. If something happened, he did me, she did me, my boss did me, we just like that. It's very karma. I don't know how many different countries people here. How many people say hola here? Hola. Spanish, right? She said hola. I said hola. Yeah, and anyway, different countries people here. I am Tibetan boy, born East Tibetan, northern area. Grew up with animals, not desire very special things. But after many years, now we come together. I have to talk with you guys. Something. You guys listen to me, look at me. This is karma. Who bring this together? We really clear the karma long time. When the cause or condition come, they bring together. Right? So what happened? No. Really. Therefore, we don't know how, when they created the karma. Right? Therefore, usually we have good things, bad things happen. We say it's karma. Then a little bit be more relaxed. But we say it is karma. Then whatever happens to karma, we cannot do anything. Is it right? No. No, right? They will karma. We have to let them do each other. Let them
so we can't just sit back and say, "Oh, it's all by karma, so I don't have to do anything." It's not like that. You have to create a good karma, and you have to abandon the bad karmas.
Right? Thubten Damchoe 다 레야고사 가서는 레야고사에 아니 미 should some device
So the good karma can be created directly, indirectly through body, speech, and mind, all like that. So, for example, we get a dirt on our clothes, right? Or stains. Did you get it in one day or at one time?
But you guys never saw that.
Maybe you never see the dirt on your clothes, right?
I think so, not right. You guys must change every single day. when I was brought up, maybe not they also will change. When they wedding, until they start
until it's torn apart, and then we wear it.
There. Never wash. And then we can see the dots. All the, if we were wearing the white shirt, then they become complete dark. But all the dots. But that dots not come just one day. Just a little bit, right? look at the karma means you do something action, then some influence. Influence but our mind. Even we said, there are many different ways. If you, this morning you come to your motivation to, oh, I have to go to the center to lesson teaching. This is a good motivation. During that time you start to walking, you driving in here. You making the karma, that lay off all your loss.
Creating good karma.
Tendi sagi sholaya kanji semkinaya ta giving nipa shagi nipa.
So when you're creating this good karma, you leave a positive imprint in your mind.
Tendi karma ta pe tendi ro ta yongchi ta nene chi nyambachi ndebachi chaplachi kange le ya sa de le ba.
And then after you come here, you recite the prayers, you listen to the teachings, and you make prostrations. And all this, you're creating good karma.
And then there might be a number of delays, Kadinata, and the Chuzo de Kurukulla Center, that Charles Galileo was.
And also, it's through your kindness that we have for the center here, a physical center, where we can all gather together to listen and teach.
Then the Charles Kashi Benjo Japuchi, Kashi, Lakajin Japuchi, Shavala 10 months of the Rudu Yomar. They Shavala, they gave Shavaja, Kangi gave the Bashawi as well.
And so you support it in many different ways, some financially, some through some advices and through work and voluntarily working for the center and so forth. So because of that, we have the center here. So it's having center here, so by the kindness of all the members. And so while you're doing that, while you're supporting it that way, you create a good karma and leave a positive imprint in your mind.
Today, the Chuzo
So center is not owned by one or two persons. It belongs to all the members. And so it is your center. So because you worked hard for your center and made it possible for it to be here, therefore we have this opportunity to practice Dharma. And so because we have the center, therefore, our physical center, therefore we're able to host all these holy objects, the statues, the scriptures, and the stupa, and so forth. So I think this can be one of the best centers with all these holy objects in the whole America. And also, not only ourselves, but it benefits many people where we comes here. So, doing that is benefiting others. And so when you say benefit others, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and feed the people who are hungry or give money to those who are homeless and so forth. So doing this is also benefiting others. You can benefit others in many different ways, directly, indirectly, through many different ways. So we ourselves are going to create karma, a good positive karma, and also benefit other sentient beings.
Right? It's good. Nidri shawa kangala, ani ya kunu yabu honda, kunu yabu yawa ina, ani kangata gewe shaware, rewa yabu yungore, yabu shaware.
And for all these kinds of activities, you need a good motivation. So if you have good motivation, then all these actions will become positive action, a virtuous action, and then you will have a positive or good result in the future.
이제 여발할 때는 물감에 여기 먹어들 영원히 근데 지금 와서 수도에서 지켜자라고 시도하고 거기한테 아니 고도 생각 배경도 생각 뭐 영원도 와 그래서 대 팬도 해야 돼 가서 강가 내야 돼 그래서 미치게 제일 와
So because we have this kind of place, where people can come and practice, meditate, or even just feel good, that so many people who face some problems and troubles, they come here and they feel very good. They say, So in this way, we're benefiting many sentient beings just like that.
Today, by that, numbers of Pentodachi, some sausage, intimate. Then come to the Gawarush. Cadinachi should have a logo to the Mareso.
And so when you're practicing or benefiting others, it doesn't mean that you have to sit still and meditate or read scriptures or take Dharma books all the time.
What I mean should do the Momuche, so
you can do many things directly, indirectly, and so forth.
And then Lego collect some Tamaina, the Layabosaki.
So if we think about the karma, then we're creating good karma in this way.
What it is that? Touch Mong and Ducha, you have let the Sasha Yoayana, and he leg give out. Layabosaki, Tigi, and he look at Leduchato, never charge.
And also it helps to purify the negative karma. So when you create good karma, that purifies the negative karmas that you have created in the past.
What it is that legs had to go south and some other, they were the manual about the gate, you should don't mean the Maris, they were Meoso, they were Churtan, they were Yortan.
And so the karma, once you have created, it stays in your mind all the time. The imprint of the karma stays in your mind all the time until you have experienced the result, or until you have eliminated it through creating good karma or bad karma and so forth. So it's not something that it can't be changed. It can be changed.
Today, but Lego Colta Santana, and it does Suzuki. Can you Mamboji donate to the Pedusha?
So also anyway, if you are able to think about the karma, then it helps you to face many problems or tolerate many problems.
Good. Usually if people laugh, it's very good. If you laugh, then you become more lonely. You're more happy. And you take out lot of stress. Did I say it correct? Trust. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Today by the numbers of money to do check carry machiva and the Luso machiva. And then the check that number to don't know the Yabushare, the Chola, then the Sulapan, Susan.
So, despite all these difficulties with language, culture, and so forth, you still have a lot of interest in practicing Dharma. Anyway, so doing that, Dharma benefits, and the practicing Dharma benefits who? It's yourself. So you are the one who benefits from practicing Dharma.
And it's true that the social
so whether to practice Dharma or not, it's all up to oneself, right?
And Shatan also Nambi Lune, and two Cheroshi in Mayona, and then Pa Shichoma is Chetalma as well.
So generally, it's kind of kind of instructional law that if you're not requested to teach, then you're not allowed to teach.
And this is very similar to US law. If you practice, you can practice any religion or not practice religion. This is a constitution inside the United States. Yeah. And so now we choose now check us lang situation is well.
There's no one in Buddhism says that you have to be Buddhist.
Today by in that number of chicks. Kangachi Lojong Mataya Pui Tanja by that some of Tani. That now we choose at it. Now we choose at the Lorochina, that is Pentola, that number to check was.
So since you have a good foundation, with all these knowledges about many different things, Therefore, it's easier for you to understand, when you are explaining about the Dharma, and it will be easier for you to practice maybe. So in general, you have all other different knowledges, but maybe there's a little difference in the Buddhism. So anyway, if you think about the karmic law of cause and effect, that will help your one-day's practice, so that's very important. And so it's like that, and we'll go through the text now. Is outline number 90. Outline number 90.
What was it?
90. 90.
It's 245.
It's 245 for the blue cover, I don't know for the yellow. It's outline number 90. You go by the outline numbers. So you should see that the three main subjects, right? So you should see Guru as Buddha, you can see Guru as Buddha, and how should you see Guru as Buddha? So there says, right, the reason you must regard the Guru as Buddha, so why you should see Guru as Buddha, and the reason you are able to see, why you will be able to see the Guru as Buddha, and how you should see the Guru as Buddha, so how you should regard him as a Buddha, has the three. So you can regard him as Buddha because Vajradhara stated that Guru is a Buddha, and then because Guru is the agent of all the Buddhas, and so because Bodhisattvas are still, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are still working for the sake of sentient beings. So why do we have to see the Guru as Buddha? Who forced us? Who obligated us? Obligated?
Is spring law say that? They Karazana, Karipena, Sosola Kesoya, Lamsaki Tango.
So nobody obligated or obliged us to see the Guru as Buddha, right? And nobody said you should see the Buddha, but we are advised to see the Guru as Buddha. The reason is why? Because if we see the Guru as Buddha, then that benefits ourselves, right? And we want to have benefits and not lost or harm. Therefore, we should see the Guru as Buddha. So what kind of benefits are there or gains are there if we see Guru as Buddha? So if we see the Guru as Buddha, then whatever Guru says, we will listen to him.
And Guru Karilabare, and Mukewa Machi, and Charan Takaso, Kaje, Le Mukewa Machi, Le Apodrobus.
So what Guru tells us is to practice Dharma, to practice virtuous actions, and to not to engage in non-virtuous actions. So if we listen to him or her and then do, just as he says, like if we create a good karma, just as he says, then who will experience the result of that good karma? It's ourselves, right? And who will experience the result of the non-virtuous actions? It's ourselves, right? And so since we don't want to experience any sufferings, therefore we should not create any non-virtuous actions. And so now, so if you see the Guru as Buddha, then you yourself benefit, right? And because if you see the Guru as a Buddha, then you will have respect towards him or her, and you will have more faith, and that way you will listen to him or her more, right? So if you see there's a benefit in doing that, then anybody will want to do that if you see the benefits. For example, if the child listens to the parents, who benefits it? It's the child itself, himself or herself, right? That's because the parents will always tell the child good, will never teach anything bad, right? So if a child listens to the parents will only teach the good things to the child, and so if the child listens to the parents, then he will only do the good things, right? And so therefore, who benefits is the child himself, right? And so, for example, some of the bad kids who are taking drugs and so forth, they were not taught to take drugs by their parents, right? Actually, they didn't listen to their parents, therefore they became drug addicts and so forth. So therefore, the instructions in the teachings in the Buddhism goes very long, goes along with the day-to-day lives. And so the child who doesn't have respect towards their parents will not listen to the parents, right? And so, if we have respect towards our Guru, then we listen to the Guru, because Guru only teaches good, and therefore we only do good. And so to do that, you have to have respect. And if you see the Guru as a Buddha, then you have more respect towards him.
Do you think that makes sense?
So does it make sense to you? So normally, the person who's teaching you, is the teacher, right? So if the teacher says to you that you should see the teacher who's teaching as a Buddha, then then might say, oh, he's saying, that we have to see him as a Buddha. Then that does not make sense. Might not make sense, right? So you might also start to question yourself, why should I see him as a Buddha? Why should I see him as good?
This catches the ego. We can see each other. But we can reason, explain why. Then they make sense, right? Does it make sense? It's not benefit for the teacher's side. It's benefit for the student's side. Because it's very difficult. Some of them trouble 한 번 더 다 소거들 방에 걸 빼다 된다 시험이나.
So it's not not difficult to understand the reason, right? Why we should see the Guru as a Buddha or see, respect him. The reason is because if we respect, we will, listen to him, and that way, we only do the good, and that will only benefit ourselves.
This is not same as celebrities. When the celebrities, we say very bad, right? Because they have to always listen to the master. Or whatever they say, okay, right? But not the same. This we said you have to listen what your teacher said. But what benefit? Who's benefit? Why he said that? You have to think about very different ways. Otherwise, we say some new people come and say, "Oh, Buddhism talk about whose experience, whose teachers." They say, everybody's students have to see he or she is Buddha. They show, he's very high, something. The students there, Buddha. That's what they are telling them.
Looks like putting yourself up in a higher position.
Right? Even new people, we said this. Oh, how come this? But it's really we think about. Just go inside, not just outside. We can go inside. We think about why this happened. Why we have to think about that? Because you think about he or she is, in a way, good education, good quality, then you have to respect. If you have respect, whatever he or she told you, then we follow them. If we follow that, he or she, that doesn't say bad things explain. What they explain, what Buddha said, they give to for message for us. Then the message is what? If you wish to happiness, you have to create a cause to happiness. If you wish, if you unwish, sometimes I say, you wish suffering. Then if you unwish any suffering, you have to stop the cause to
Don't wish.
Don't wish. Don't do that thing. Then what's the cost to unhappiness? What's the cost to happiness? Then they say, when whatever your body, speech, and mind you did,
Virtuous action.
Virtuous action is the cause to happiness. Then what's the cost? Unhappiness. And the cost, then turn on virtues. He or she explained, give for us. For example, don't jump the water. If you jump water, you die. Don't jump the fire, you die. If you jump the fire, you can burn. But this country, people jump the water, they will die. This is maybe long term Tibetans. I'm dying, I've jumped the water. I don't know how you see me. Today, country, David, Jenna,
So we are introduced to what are the good actions and what are the bad actions, and how to create good actions and how to prevent the bad actions. So we have to think about the reason why we should see the Guru as Buddha. As the reason is that, as I explained earlier, is for our own benefit and so forth. If we understand the reason, that will become easier for us to see the Guru as Buddha. And otherwise, if you think, oh, this is what Buddhism says, it's their view, even though it's not true, it's just their view. And this is how they are taught, how they teach people to think of the Gurus as Buddha, then that doesn't help us. And then they will not help us. But if we understand the reason and then and see in that way, then it will help us.
Watch. That's suggest somebody. Lama Sanjay Tago is what?
The thoughts.
Tazu Kanasana, they must Sanjay Bajazu Shapares, and the Sanjay Trinity Shapapores, and the Sanjay of Shansanaji, and the Mansutem Jagara, and the Takatijaris, that get my non-tourist. It was such as matter.
And so the reason why we should see, how we can see the Guru as Buddha is because you say, oh, the Guru is Buddha because because the Vajradhara himself said that the Guru is a Buddha, and then the Gurus are the agent of the Buddhas. So because we can't see Buddhas at this time, and so the Buddhas come in the form of the Guru to teach us, and therefore the Guru who is teaching us is the Buddha. And then there are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas still benefiting sentient beings. They can't come in their actual form to benefit sentient beings. So how they come, is in the form of the Guru, to benefit sentient beings. Therefore, the Guru is a Buddha. And so let's read that the whole outline. The outline number 90. Buddha and Bodhisattvas are still working for the sake of sentient beings. Vajradhara emanates himself at present and definitely works for the sake of all beings. The Buddha has mistakenly knows the situation of all sentient beings, love them even more than a mother loves a child, always without interruption do their utmost to make good works. How could they not be similar working for our sake in the present time? Ever since the Buddha first developed bodhicitta, they have worked solely for our sake. They also built up their for sake of sentient beings. Now that they have achieved the result, it would be impossible for them not to continue benefiting us. All the Buddhas would not be so working for our sakes, so they most surely are benefiting us. If all the Buddhas definitely benefited us, there is no other way for them to do it than as follows. The great ones do not wish or they do not weigh links and sufferings with their hands. They do not transfer realizations of suchness to others. They live by teaching the truth of suchness. Emanations of the Buddhas are beings. There is no one else to teach the means to high rebirth and depth and excellence, the spirit benefits. In the prayers of the kids on the channel, we find the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past still work for the sake of beings. Know that this is not merely an assertion. It shows true qualified gurus. My one guru said, there is a spiritual Buddha sitting on the head of every sentient being.
Okay, good. Because we read this, we put imprints, make some merit for our. That's what we say.
We leave some good imprint in our mind.
Okay? 어떻게 되다? 아니, 도지장의 대상을 저한테는 딱 상지에 가려다가 아니 순수 라마기 저방 해반 전에 아니 땅도 펜토적이 해서요. 다 상담을.
And so the first one says that Vajradhara emanates himself and present and definitely work for the sake of all beings.
아니 상지에 간다 상지의 생제가 아니 내가도 사두고 또 생제가 가지고 가만 개개를 계속.
And the Buddha, who knows everything about the past and present and future about all sentient beings.
그러다 안에 상지에 대한 가지고 안에 보고를 제와 화학이 안에 제와 가지고 열을 가지고 해요.
Since the Buddha has a love towards all sentient beings even more than a mother loves her only child.
근데 안에 상지에 대한 당보 투지에 대한 가르쳐 세월에 심지어 탐정에도 투지를 했어요.
So Buddha, when he first generated the mind of enlightenment or bodhicitta, he generated that for the benefit of all sentient beings.
안에 촉사받아요. 안에 다 심지어도 되는 거라도 되죠.
And in the middle, he accumulated all this merit to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings.
안에 상제받아는 땅에도 심지어도 되는 거예요. 제받아는 심지어도 되는 거예요.
And finally, also achieving enlightenment is also for the benefit of all sentient beings.
아니 만들라고 심지어 탐정이나 상제 공부 도로시는 만들라고 와서.
We always say that they achieve state of enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, right?
We all say that, but we say, I just say. We didn't do real, but we say, I just say. Real I want, but. 근데 다 상지가 나도 생지가 된 저기 여받았는데 저거에서 상지가 생지가 된 같이 저거와 저거인데.
And so this is proving that how Buddhas benefit sentient beings.
다 상지가 나 상지와 되고 생지가 돼 있어요. 내가 저와도 생지가 돼. 다 상지에 대해서 말아. 아니 나도 대 생지가 돼 맞아 대도 나도 대나 맞춰 대다 봤나? 다음에 탑도 그래요, 봐.
So Buddha said or Buddha generated the mind of enlightenment at the beginning for the benefit of sentient beings, and in the middle also when he or she was accumulating merit, he did that for the benefit of all sentient beings. Then finally, when he achieved enlightenment, then it will it's also for the sentient beings. But then after achieving enlightenment, of course it's all done for all sentient beings. How could he not do anything for sentient beings? So it's impossible not to benefit sentient beings.
It is a very similar. President running to president said, benefit for they're all country people, right? I said, I would do best things for my country people. Right? They all the political guys say, right? I said, he's very bad. I do better one. I do better one. But even they really got this president's seat. They are taught to best their walk. Our people sometimes they know. But they mostly taught to their best. They are all country people. Right? If they stay there, then he said, okay, now I'm done. I don't know what's going on there. Just stay there, relax. Not bodyguards, just go to parks. He said, it's a terrible guy. He's alive, he said, right? Everybody said, he's alive. Same as Buddha also. He wished to build own business. Then he resolved. Then he said that. He said, it's not very good. But, the day by that, and
so therefore, the Buddhas will benefit sentient beings, definitely, 100% they will benefit sentient beings. So how they benefit sentient beings? Just like it says in this verse, the great ones do not wash away sins with water, they do not rid beings suffering with their hands, they do not transfer realizations of suchness onto others. They liberate by teaching the truth of suchness. So this is what Buddha himself said.
It's true. Can you think Buddha wash out our negative karma things? Soften things? No, right? If Buddha can check out our problem things, just say, okay, I'll check now. In Buddha Shatyamuni, he said Buddha Shatyamuni. Buddha Shatyamuni's qualities, compassion, bodhicitta. Can we get this? All right. For example, can I get exceedance knowledge from me? I have to learn, right? You cannot give me, right? Everybody said, right? Therefore, then how Buddha can help us? He cannot wash, he cannot take away, his knowledge cannot transfer for us. Then how can he help for us? We never saw Buddha. Do you guys saw Tara? It would have very strong faith, Tara, right? Buddha. Do you guys saw Tara? No. Do you guys saw Buddha? We just wish it. Don't see how Tara helped for us, how Buddha for us. We say, how? That's really different to it. Get good. And 나도 실제 말하고 때문에 아니 지나가는 거 저기 소리스.
So the Buddha and Tara help us or benefit us is by teaching the truth of suchness.
That's correct. 다 주님께 말해줘. 왔다 내 개화에 다스. 내 개화에 다스. 이거 내 실제 말하고 성교래스.
So the truth of suchness, which means truth of the reality, right? What is in reality? And so in the reality, this is the virtuous action, and this is the non-virtuous actions, and you have to clear this, and you have to abandon that, and so forth. So by saying that, that's how the Buddhas benefit or liberate us from all these sufferings.
Right? What Buddha said, do you think this is right or wrong? He said, for example, he said, if you're jealous, he said, jealous is not good. If you do jealous, you get suffer. It's true or not?
Yeah, true.
It's right? If you benefit for others, you can result, good result. It's true. If you do some others very nice, they're better for you. If there is some terrible guy, they think, oh, I will do anything for them. Usually, December,
so, if somebody who has a stable mind, if you benefit that person will benefit us back, right?
Even the dogs, cats. We do very nice for them, they very love for us. If we do play something wrong, then they go, then we have to scare them. when a long bush is that's simply shoot chasho. Stop chasho them. And the Panabo's in the color of the China,
So the elephant, is the most powerful animal, the biggest animal, most powerful animal in land. But if you teach him nicely, then he'll listen to us also, right?
In India, that one person above his neck, then the person's feet behind the elephant's ear, then he do something here, then the elephant to walk. Just one person. When we hang it, I saw one YouTube. One that kind of elephant, he became angry, then he killed a lot of people, he disturbed a lot of things. The same, if you do very nicely, they can listen for us, they will not for us back. If we do something wrong, angry for them, they have good power. Therefore, why I have to talk this? Therefore, what Buddha said, you have to just not brown fat. It's true or not? He says if you do that, you get bad result. It's true or not? He said, 10 non-virtues. He said, don't do 10 non-virtues. He said, okay, check. Just stay very relaxed in your sofa. He said, yeah, Buddha said, if you do actions, 10 non-virtues, then you get bad result. How bad result? Okay, check one by one. If there's no truth, then you say goodbye. Then you can send back ghost to center. Many people, some people put back books and malas and in front of the door. Sometimes put there in the library. Later they say goodbye. Goodbye, Buddhism. Right? We have to check investigation is true or not. What? Then we say, okay, yeah, Buddha is good. Buddha teach that, but we never saw Buddha. Where's he? He said, I wish to be the pardon. Where's Buddha? If he or she explains, teach you that they are Buddha's teachings, if this is not Buddha's image, then you never find how Buddha. And that's also getting on the shooting of dignity. That's something to my mind.
So if the teacher, the guru who is teaching us the Dharma, what is what is good, what is bad, what is to be cultivated, what is to be abandoned, is not a Buddha, is not the emanation of Buddha, then it will be impossible to find the emanation of Buddha.
Okay, I'm not talking about I'm the Buddha emanation. Okay, don't misunderstand. I've experienced to the
So I'm just explaining what is said in the general teachings. So it says there's no better way to benefit sentients than to teach the Dharma.
Right? Buddha's country doesn't talk us how much we call him, he doesn't answer for us. But the Reda, and then Tanda Kunda Sulamanzo, so
right now, if we make 4 sessions and offerings to the statues of the Buddha, and that helps us to create merit, and that's also one way of benefiting sentients.
대단 잡아봐 사지제 잡아는 돼지 아니 총에도단 일레지 탑도 막 올라만이네 지연도선에 보다 아니 상지가 잡아서 그냥 다 상지기 제대신이 톡가로
It says here, the emanation of the Buddha are doing this, and there is no one else to teach the means to higher rebirth and definite excellence, the supreme benefit other than Guru.
If you think Buddha is very far away, some heaven, we are here, then you never get benefits, because we never have any connection. Buddha is there. Buddha, we think about who he or she explained for us all the time. Don't do that, don't do that. Judgment is a judge. Order. This is the Buddha's image or benefit. Come on, go. Sanjiga, Jenechevi, 나는 버치는 생각도 그래. 소설을 나 레이팅을 보러왔어.
So Guru is like the agent of the Buddha, who is passing you this message, passing the message to us.
Right. Really, all the Buddha teachings the book, but no one teach us, then we don't know. And no one translate for us, we don't know. Therefore, very important to translate also. Sometimes I think translate is more than the important to teacher. Even teachers say, how translate to some wrong way, then student doesn't get anything. Therefore, translate is also very important. Oh. Maybe they said, don't talk too much.
It's a fan.
Okay? And the 계산 잘 모르니까 모르지 요새 와서 되는 소설 와서 이제 산지 찬스는 다들 준비를 된다. 걔네도 뭔가 삼시나 세대절랑이 토도. 이제 다 내가 산지도 상주 생각한가 다 단다 생존대로 가리는 제를 된다. 아니 걔네도 많이 봐. 수수로 쌉싸빌라마 수수로 계절랑이 땡이 딱 대행을 딱 대행해서 하면 되나? 다 심상 적으로 해서
And also in the prayer of the Geshe Ngawang Tenley, it says that Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past still work for the sake of sentient beings. Know that it is not merely an assertion, it holds true for qualified gurus.
And
also he said, my own guru said, there is a complete Buddha sitting on the head of every sentient being.
Okay. 제가 소소리는 사제랑 나도 고통 내 이렇게 좀 말해봐서 같이 나도록 갔다 그들랑도 쉬지 말고 땡겨대가 사제 대송 것으로.
So it doesn't mean that there is a Buddha, actual Buddha sitting on our head, and there's, each of us have the guru, who is teaching us the Buddha, and who is teaching us the Dharma. That's the Buddha.
다 시간을 넣어 다 사제 잡아. 다 원나? 나 사제 다 두고 못 해와. 그 가디 사제도 지금 쉬어가려고 지금 딱 쉬려고 남자들도 양태랑 못 해왔으니까 너무 사제를 왔어.
So then in the next topic it says that we might think that it is not possible, it is not easy for me to see him as a Buddha because he doesn't have the appearance of the Buddha. He doesn't act like a Buddha, he acts like an ordinary person. And so how can I see him as Buddha? And to that, it says you can be mistaken because there is no certainty to your appearance. And this is pretty long, but let's read it once and then we will have a further discussion. This is the time to read now. So you cannot be sure of appearance. You must assert that your present gurus are actually Buddhas and are the agents of all the Buddha's gurus. Still, you do not see them as Buddhas. You claim, I see them as ordinary beings because I see this and that faulty aspects in them. Let us analyze this. What we see is untrustworthy and uncertain. Our perspective follows from our common. Not common, not another, because we see things in such a way. She says, in his engaging in the middle way, a hungry ghost thinks the running river is past. That is when three different types of hungry beings, a god, human, and a hungry ghost, see a ball of very quenching liquid. One of them sees nectar, one sees water, and one sees pus and blood. To hungry ghosts, the moon is summer, seems hot, and winter is not cold. The Kurukulla Center were formulated for two types of disciples. In one teaching, Mount Meru is described as being round, in others square,
Ayasanga saw the Medford MA as a bridge. The paralyzed hinged legs and infested with wounds. Buddha saw Acharya Medjashri Mitra as a monk who lived with a woman, quite a kid, and has 2 men of wounds. All the local people thought Tilopa was just a fisherman. They had never suspected he was a great adept, and even Naropa saw him grilling live fish. Krishnacharya saw Vajrapari as a leper woman, so we should be glad our spiritual guide does not appear to us as a horse, a dog, or a donkey. We see him as a human being. Chen Mao Rodo, Yatsen said, considering our great measure of will calm and resolving our situations, we can also, though seeing the Guru as a human, we have great merit not to see him as a dog or a donkey. Pay him reverence from our good heart, O child of Shakyamuni. Furthermore, appearances are untrustworthy. Since everything appears to be established as truly existent, one might draw the wrong conclusion that there are all things truly exist. Once the thirsty monk went in search of water and had a vision of hungry ghosts. The ghosts could not see the Ganges or actually walking on the river. Also, just because you cannot see ghosts is not a proof they don't exist. The discussion in Dharmakirti's commentary on bad recognition in the situation dealing with the invisible phenomena is relevant here. Here is the proof. You are not fortunate enough to see the Guru as a real Buddha because you do not have the mind-stream of a person fortunate enough to do so. That is, you do not have the bad recognition that from seeing the Guru in that way. Even when someone does not see him to be a Buddha, it never follow that he is not Buddha. And even when he appears to be a Buddha, you cannot be sure he is one. Once when an Arhat of a Buddha, the fourth Buddhist was teaching Dharma, the demon Kamadeva caused a disturbance. Of a Buddha subdued the demon and said, I have never met a Buddha. So please imitate an exact likeness of him. The demon imitated a Buddha form, complete with the arts and science, etc., with no omissions or additions. The Buddha was on the urge of prostrating himself because he was now seeing the Buddha in person, but the demon destroyed that nation too quickly for him to do so. In ancient times, great guys like Nagarjuna seems to normal appearance to be ordinary monks, but in Jerusalem they were real Buddha. Still, if misconceptions about the Guru's false rise, you should not put an end to them right away. For example, before you wash dirty clothes, you must first check every stain. Similarly, you should allow such misconceptions about the Guru's false to rise. Why? Because you don't know whether the Guru has these seeming faults or not. Only point out, why shouldn't karmic appearances be mistaken? A white punch appearing yellowish to someone with a live disease. A person with a wind disease sees the snow-capped mountain as bluish. And when someone sitting in a boat, the trees on the shore seems to be moving. People with the cataracts and have illusions of seeing falling hairs and so on. They easily cause of error can obscure so much the book. Why should we not be mistaken about existing things, since we are thoroughly permeated with the image of error, karma, and delusions? I know an incarnate Lama who contraries the body disease while on a pilgrimage. Treating the silver dollars involves in his body. House appeared to him to be a gold, but later, when he was free of the body disease, the balls appeared to be silver. When the Jalva and Sapa visited the great material statue of Rome, he debated with some such scholars there, but they did not understand the different points concerning Buddhist phenomenology. In Sapa quoted from the 8,000 verses Professional Wisdom Sutra in Sanskrit to the highlight meaning of these terms. But the subject did not believe him. They said he was an egoist, not a man of a little sect. So you must not look at arrogance. Look for people's good qualities, their liberation and renunciation. Only Buddhas themselves perceive one another Dhammakaya, truth body. Not even the higher Bodhisattvas can perceive it. They can, however, see the Sambhogakaya, and eventually they'll be able to see the Supreme Nimanakaya, adorned with marks and signs. You must definitely gain what it means with pure karma, as in subjected on him says. As long as you are not free of the what? karma and aspirations. Even if all the Buddhas actually come to you, you haven't the good fortune. The second body is adorned with the marks and signs. You only see the appearance through the spirit. Even during Buddha's lifetime, there were Tibetas who could not see his marks and signs. They could see only a mass of faults in him. They would not have regarded Buddha's deed as mere fraud. The right perspective to see the pleasure was worthy. And granted sushi from the upper level, now we travel to Lhasa to see the Shakyamuni statue in the main cathedral. But the cruel see even the student by brother, let alone the statue. The previous incarnation of Mohin Gyaltsab, the Rinpoche, told him to purify his karma and aversion, the band ceremony procession, but still couldn't. They did a celebration prostrations, but still could not see the statue. However, he could see the motherland. When Losam London, the Rinpoche of Pabongka College, part of building monastery, was giving the oral transmission of the teachings and words of the Buddha. Those in the audience could not hear the transmission of his book. Instead, he saw a plate of sharp meat placed in front of Rinpoche. While Rinpoche gave the transmission, the monks imagined Rinpoche was eating the meat. And at the end of the day, he imagined so people gathering up to eat. Everything is possible when one's perspective is clear appearance. The moment at which you purify your karma and aversion determines the level of appearance. Your perspective is undeveloped. So far from seeing the Buddha, you cannot assess anyone, your colleagues, friends, and relatives, even your God, demons, and so on. You can only assess yourself. Overstep that, and you are subject to doubts. When your Estapa was about to achieve the education, there was people who called him Nyansa, the Dharma Raja Amanmaya, disguised himself as the disciples of Rinpoche. Once Rinpoche was about to disclose some profound and difficult points concerning the secret tantra to an unsuitable person, the Karma Yama stopped him. This Asceta was hungry, and Rinpoche moved to tell him not to make such a fuss. Bhagavan Buddha said, only I and beings like myself can assess the worth of the person. In India, a novice monk went to the island of Rinpoche to confirm the report that all the men were the ragas and the women's bikinis. But while he was there, he could not see a good quality in anyone, and instead he felt faith in charlatan. Narrow Puchin said to the people student of Milarepa, people who have not seen the famous Milarepa say great things about him. He is like a great Indian adult. When they go to see him, they find naked old men asleep. And the stories made mockery of everything you see. You therefore know about nothing. Friends and relatives. So to be on the safe side, train yourself to see everything as pure. Many scholars thought that the great Shantideva, as a real child of the victorious one, lived for three things only: eating, sleeping, and believing in himself. They could not see his good qualities. Our perspective is similarly untrustworthy. You cannot be sure that what you see as fault is really fault. The way you view things and the way you see things go together. Upadana, a monk who knew the three baskets, remained on his thoughts and viewed for the head. I see the Buddha for what he sees. His teachings on the common cause are self-serving frauds. It isn't true that he has no faults left. If Upadana can be wrong, what about us? When a teacher goes to sleep and does recitations night and day, people who are still fond of sleep, their heart sees the thought. If the people is drinking, they think it's lucky for the teachers also drinks beer. They will take it as a good quality. So not only may the things you see as a fault not be fault, that's also you can't be sure what things are good qualities. You cannot be sure that the Guru is not just as teaching for your own good. The meetings of the Father and Son Sutra and the Great Sutra on the Buddha's Nirvana. Read them of how the Tathagatas manifest as hostile persons, mindless, cripples, madmen, immoral people, and so on, where they see a benefit. In general, the Sutra and the Dhamma can be interpreted. There are various interpretations as to whether a scripture should be taken literally. But when the victorious Bhattacharya says that in the future he will appear in aspect of Guru, it is definitive, literal statement on that which Guru teaches step. And there is no one other than the Guru to teach us the path to liberation and omniscience. It would be unconvincing and contradictory for us to think my Guru, according to Bhattacharya, is the Buddha. He is not a Buddha because he has such and such a form. Consider the above points from each and every angle and recognize the Guru for what he is, a Buddha from the very beginning. Prove this is to yourselves and so the knowledge that your Guru is a Buddha. You have developed realizations into how to devote yourselves to the spiritual guide. When you have that certainty, the experience arises of a kind of incident of Gurus with all the Buddhas. About the mingling of your own mind and that of the Guru, when you are fully enlightened, your mind and the Guru's mind, which is the Dhammakaya great bliss, mingle and become one taste. At this point you are enlightened, becoming by nature a Guru. You achieve the Guru's state. Your body, speech, and mind are extremely mingled with the Guru's. That is the point of your having a close relationship with him. Your mind must come closer to conforming with the Guru's mind.
Good. Everybody, breathe, breathe. Okay. Yeah, if you can breathe, then you get good entrance, big merit. You tired?
Yeah.
Little bit entrance. You more tired, you get more merit. Then you say, yes, I'm tired. You choose the correct down,
To work hard for the sake of Dharma.
then you get more merit. Okay. Then we stop here. We can, usually, most you know that it's very substantious.
So it's mainly talking about our appearance, so what kind of different views and appearances we have in our minds.
Okay? I'm going to cover two of these.
So we'll go to the question.
Who has homework?
I have them.
Okay.
I think you already answered this question today, Geshe. What is the reason to see the Guru as Buddha?
I think it is got it.
See if anybody was listening today.
You got it? Who want to repeat this answer? Repeat.
Repeat.
Repeat. We did explain this morning, long time. Right?
Yeah.
I want to say something?
Because it's a profit, not a loss.
Personales. No, yeah, but it's personales.
Can you join? Yeah, that's good. She can find the text. Exactly.
Just to repeat, she said, because it's a profit, it was a profit, not a loss. It's a profit, not a loss.
What can you join the shares? Okay, that's the second one. Okay.
How will we benefit from seeing the Guru as Buddha?
Yeah. Yes? We'll give you answer. We talk about this Monday, no? You know, Sunday the Tala Kaipa, you know? What benefit? What benefit?
How will it benefit us?
How will it benefit us?
How will it benefit if we see the Guru as Buddha?
Yes, boss. What benefit? If we see our teachers Buddha, what benefit for us?
What's the benefit of seeing a Guru as Buddha?
Because we will do virtuous actions and avoid non-virtuous actions.
상대단한테 맞아 뒷받침 뒷부분에 이렇게 와서 그래서
어떻게 다른 몰라야 돼 같이 개와 지금 뒷받침 개와 저 뒷부분에 와서
yeah, like she said, we create positive karmas and abandon the negative karmas, right?
같이나 그 사제다와는 너무 그 기적이라고 했어. 기적마다 그 기적마다 무식처럼 얘기 말아.
So if we see the Guru as Buddha, then we'll respect him, we'll have faith in him, right? And then we'll listen to him.
if we don't have respect or faith in the person, then we will not listen to him, right? So it's the same to all of us, right? If we find somebody that we don't have respect, then we will not listen to that person, right? When you listen to the person who you don't respect,
you may say, oh, not he or she's wrong. I'm the best guy. He doesn't know, right? 어떻게 해서 산지에다가 산지에 캐나 바나니 될 기주가 강하다는 얘기를 했어. 대녀반은 소설편도 그렇죠.
So if we see the Guru as a Buddha, then we respect him. If we respect him, then we listen to him. If we listen to him, then that will benefit ourselves.
Okay. How to ask that?
So now third question.
Part of Geshe-la's answer as well was that if we see the Guru as Buddha, we will receive the blessings of the actual Buddha. So
Yeah.
also part of Geshe-la.
It's also in the textbook, right? Not just Amiki.
Question number 3 is it faulty to think, even though Guru is not Buddha, I have to see him as Buddha?
What do you think? He said, if it's not Buddha, but if the
Scripture.
said we have to think Buddha, then I have to think. What do you think? It's okay?
It's a start, but
따라서 산지도 말했어. 이날 따서 따거든요.
So even though he's not Buddha, but I have to see him as a Buddha. If you think like that, is it a good thought? Is it a correct mind?
it's a start, but I don't think it's the correct mind personally.
다 모두든지 이거였어. 그냥 다 센터 다가 말했잖아.
야, 따로 말했어.
It's not a correct. It's not a right mind.
여기 저라. 미식이 왔나? 밑에 있대. 미야볼 말이야. 그 미야볼 삼 그걸 선대는 그걸다. 그 미야볼 말이 삼대기 봤어. 그 미야볼 레슨으로 돼야 계속 말아.
So if you think of somebody as being a bad person, right, and then somebody else, oh, he's even though he's bad, but you have to think of him as a good. But your mind is always thinking that oh, he's a bad person, right? But when you have that mind, then thinking that person is a good, the mind thinking that person is good is difficult to generate, right?
Okay. Yes, it's a voice.
Geshe, I want to read that question again. So, is it faulty to think even though Guru is not Buddha, I have to see him as Buddha? So, that first part, even though Guru is not Buddha, so that first part, it is difficult to gain certainty about who is not Buddha. So, in order for me to even assert that this person is not Buddha, I have to be certain that he is not Buddha. And in order to be certain, I have to be a Buddha, because only Buddha will know who's a Buddha.
Oh, yeah.
So that first part itself was because I can't be certain about that first part, it's better to fall back and say everybody is a Buddha.
되게 똑똑한 말이었어. 얘는 딸랑도 사진을 말해 삼으로 싫어했어.
Yeah, that's true. You cannot think like that. You cannot think he's not a Buddha or she's not a Buddha. But I still have to think of him as a Buddha. Of course, it's not. You can't have that thought. But we do have that thought, right? So in general, the ordinary people will have that kind of thought. Oh, I don't think he's a Buddha, but I still have to see him as a Buddha. So if you have that thought, just for the sake of the Guru devotion practice, I have to see him as a Buddha. But he's not really a Buddha. If you have that kind of thought, is it bad?
Like Geshe said, it is difficult to generate respect at once.
That's right. Yeah.
어떻게 따다했어? 이 삼자에다 사진 말을 삼도에다 그 사진에 삼이로 듣고야 깨달은 거스 그 깨달은 거스.
Yeah, because in your mind, even though he's not a Buddha, your mind is already thinking that he's not a Buddha, right? Therefore, mind thinking that he's a Buddha will not come out, right? The genuine mind, thinking that oh, he's a Buddha will not come out.
그래서 어떻게 드리고 삼수도 다 샘물을 내야 돼요. 말해서 사진 말해 삼되게.
So therefore, it's a faulty mind, to think like that, and we should not keep that in our mind.
드리 샘도 샘을 내야 되나? 아니 사진에 삼으로 듣다 요고 공부 당한 말았어.
And if we have that thought, then will not be able to increase the thought thinking that he is a Buddha. He's actually Buddha.
그래서는 본인이 예측을 놓지 지금 사제를 해서 지금 말해서 다 본인이 예측하는 상이라서 이가 좀 제통 거로.
So they both are looking at the same person, right? They're looking at one object, the guru, and one says, he's Buddha, and one says he's not Buddha. And they are one saying one is Buddha, and one is not saying not a Buddha, and says yes, a Buddha, not a Buddha. And those two are contradicting, directly contradicting mind, and therefore it cannot be generated at the same time.
If someone see me, some people think I'm a female, some people, but someone think I'm the man, but they think I'm the maybe that's not correct. Kanji tenji가 달로 돼.
뭔가
tenji가 kanji 제가 빠지면서 다다르다 봐. kanji 상계 말에 삼일로 돼 수수지나 딱 삼야 말에서 가정 시간 되고 로 뒤다 생겨야 돼요 말에서 되면 아니 상계에 삼일로도 가디나야 건다도 말에서.
And so, just like the way Geshe is dressed, some people might think that he's a woman. So the person who thinks that will not have the thought thinking he's a man, because men and women are contradicting directly on the same object. So therefore it's not possible. So anyway, so like it's said in the teaching, we should not have that thought and thinking that he's not a Buddha, but just for the sake of it, I have to see him as a Buddha. I shouldn't have that thought.
Okay. Actually,
So it looks like you all understood it. That's very good, and also it is very clear in the teaching, right?
Can you read that on answer?
Yeah.
Last one?
Yeah, sorry. So Geshe's answer in the email was, yes, that thought will obstruct one from seeing the Guru as actual Buddha, so should not have that kind of thought at all.
Yeah. Jadi, tek kecil boleh sangat lalu ini dalam dua. Tapi sahaja dah mai dah ini, kalau sahaja tak ada sahaja dah sebelum itu kerja dia untuk mai.
So even though he's not a Buddha, but I have to see him a Buddha. If you have that kind of thought, then the thought thinking that he's a real Buddha will never be able to generate.
Okay. Good. Everyone understand? Good job. Very good. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, question boss. The boss of question.
Echelon. It says there's a Buddha on the head of every sentient being. So, does that mean every sentient being is potentially our Guru?
sentient 탐지기 올라 상기가 됐어. 안 되죠. 근데 sentient 탐지들이나 나도 인기가 됐어. 그래서 나도 남아서 그래서.
다 대우마다 가려고. 내가 말아. 소수 감각을 다 쌓여라 말이야. 아니 쌓여라 말이야. 인자 변동체를 이용한다. 아니 다 상제해. 변동체를 상제해.
So I don't think it means like literally there is a Buddha on the sentient being's head. It means that each sentient being have a guru to explain to them, and that guru who explains to them is the Buddha. I think that's what it means. So this is again, referring to the fact that all, to the assumption that all sentient beings as being a Buddhist, and so whoever is a Buddhist, each will have a teacher to teach them, and so the teacher who teaches them, is the Buddha. So who is the one benefiting sentient being? It is the Buddha, right? Buddha is the one who's benefiting sentient beings. So we all have someone to benefit us, right? And so who's the one who's benefiting us? Is the Buddha.
Directly or indirectly?
So in that form, somebody, as an ordinary person, like a postman, who helps you to deliver your letter, is helping you, so that's the Buddha, and him that's helping you.
다시 들리러 있어요.
Something like that, yeah.
생체가 나가서 그게 없으시죠.
Ah,
생체가 나가서 그게 없으시죠.
yeah. So doesn't mean all sentient beings are our guru.
내가 대사는 나도 옆에는 없어.
But if you can think, that will only be beneficial.
Okay?
So if you can think all sentient beings are a guru, a Buddha.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah, to me the teachings that say that the Buddhas emanate in many different ways according to the karma of different beings. So the Buddhas appear differently to each being according to their karma. That makes perfect sense. But what I was wondering was why to one person many different gurus appear very differently if they appear according to our karma.
To one person?
Like one person who has many different gurus.
Yeah.
They all appear to that person differently, like some having more faults than others, or more pure or impure. That person has that one, their own karma. So why is it that the many different gurus appear very differently to that one person?
The sentient mambola, then sangye the sentient mambola, number mambo the ningora, sentient kashila the number, sentient kashila the number the ningora, and the Koran the Kurukulla Center. In a mini-sentient chigla, then sangye mambuchi, sangye number mambo the number the ningora, he can't catch ningores. Then lama kashi the number the name, kashi yaku, kashi tuja, kashi shua, kashi tapu, the number the ningora, the catching us.
대자 대를 거기 그래서
맞아, 두자 찍었다. 두자 찍었다. 라마 먹어라. 라마 찍기 잡고 나면 되는 라마 셔들다. 또 두자 거는 찍으려 되는 잡고 나면 되는 거 상마 잡고 나면 되는 거라. 그거 잡고 되는 거 도에는 그 잡고 되는 능지 능지는 안 돼. 라마 대야 잡고 된 거라. 대야 잡고 된 거, 대야 잡고 된 거라. 나 가시게 잡고 돼 가시 쉬어 된다. 가진 치고 그래서.
대 지하 때와디 대자 때랑 삼성 잡고 된다고 그래. 삼성 쉬어야 된다고 그래. 이게 되는 거예요.
So that's because the sentient being might need in different forms at different time to be benefited or to be subdued. So at this time at one point the teacher comes in that one teacher comes in that aspect to help you, and then at other point of time and other different teacher you meet a different teacher who comes in a different form or different aspect to help you in that way.
아무도 빌리들 마음이라는 가지 무지개 같이 가지 그 샴보지는 게 가지 투보지는 게 있으면 또도
So you can be benefited in a both way, like in the case of policemen, some are very rough, some are very rough and rough, some are very peaceful. They speak in a very gentle way. So whichever way helps you to obey the law, it's good for you, right? So it doesn't matter, in what aspect they come in different aspects, and at different times, it helps you in different ways.
그래서 삼성은 부가면 보는 놈 같아. 부모가면 보게 나갔대. 근데 시와지 가면은 라포트 나가니까 저도 된다고
And it could be also one single Buddha, right, or teacher, coming in different forms, different form of guru. Sometimes if you can be benefited in a rough way, then you come in a rough way. If you can be benefited in a peaceful way, you come in a peaceful form, an aspect of form.
You don't understand that. This is against law, right? In United States, it's good against law.
Hitting people?
Huh?
What, hitting?
Yeah, hitting. It's more than this is law. If someone broken the law, they hit. Also, it's very good if someone broken the law, then we got from disciplines. They hit us. Very happy. Very, say something about it.
Makes you
Liberated.
awake. Wakes you.
I got a couple times. One day, I was feeling new now. That Munam is after loss of that big puja. Then I was in this just very good ways.
In a row, in a back row.
Back rows, then some couple months talk. Yes. We don't know what they're chanting, just we talking. play with the blades, the child, you know. Then discipline coming now, then we say, oh, maybe he's coming. Then he has big mala, big mala. He coming, he give us each person two. That really comes. So not much mala, two of those.
Not very painful. It was
Very nice.
It was like a fun.
I got knowledge, something like I was very sleep. All those in the puja time, very hard, very crowded. Then we got a lot of sleep, you know. Then 2-3 hours puja. Then I'm also very bad to sleep. Some months sleep do this. The discipline doesn't know. It's the meditation of sleeping. Then good. And I got sleep, I just then knows very far away, then I'm sleep. I got this many times. It's okay. Do like this, okay? Okay, have a good day. You can stop here.
Thanksgiving mandala on page 39. Saji Toki Juji Ding Dokran